Welcome to the Sharper Image. I'm Richard Thalheimer. I started the Sharper Image over 20 years ago because I really believe in interesting, clever products that make your life better. And today, we're going to share some of these with you, some of the newest and best ones. Let's start with this product. I love the looks of this product and the function because it is the only one in the world that does what this does. We call it Ionic Breeze. And it's an air filter, but it's so different than the other air filters you may have seen. I can tell you 5 different ways this product is different, and each one of them is so important to me. Here's the idea. Most air filters use a fan to move air around the room. And they do that very efficiently. Oh, except for the fact that fans make a lot of noise, right? So you're listening to a noisy fan, and you can't really sleep at night. You can't put it next to your bed, and yet that's when you need it most, when you want to sleep and you want to be comfortable, or you're in your family room, and now this fan's making a lot of noise. Well, here's a solution using a patented new technology called the Zee Neon Effect. How about that for a name? The Zee Neon Effect. Well, what that does is it moves air throughout the room about 3 times an hour in a standard room, and it does that with no fan. Well, this has never been done before. Like in the history of mankind and womankind, we've all been here forever, and no one has ever figured out how to move air without a fan. We can do that with this patented new technology. It electronically moves the air. Well, what does that mean? Most importantly, no fan noise. So now you have a totally dead, silent air filter. You can put it right next to your bed while you're sleeping, and you will not hear a thing. It's amazing. You know, most air filters have to be replaced every year. That little light comes on and says, time to replace the filter. And you don't even know where the filter is. So first of all, you have to figure out how to get the filter out. Then you have to go find your instructions and figure out how to order another filter or run down to wherever and buy a filter, assuming they're still in business. Wouldn't it be nice if an air filtration system had a permanent filter? Well, that's what the Ionic Breeze has. It has what we call collection rods. They're solid stainless steel. They trap the smallest particles. They trap all kinds of things. Pollen, dust, even viruses adhere to these collection rods. And you pull the rods out and take a wet cloth or a sponge and you wipe them off as often as you want, every 2 weeks or every month, depending upon what your room environment's like. And then you put the collection rods back into the machine with one simple handle that's easily accessible from outside. No lids to remove, no screws to undo, no tools required. Just your hand and a wet rag, and you're going to do this so easily. Take it out, wipe it off, put it back. That's all you do. And unlike a filter that gets dirtier and dirtier all year long, to where at the end of the year, that thing is filthy, these collection rods stay clean as often as you want. So really all year, you're refreshing them every 2 weeks or every month. You're making them perfectly clean and brand new. They're stainless steel. They're not getting dirty, let me tell you. Just wipe it off. They're like new. And I think you'll find it interesting that these collection rods collect particles that are even finer, even smaller particles than those HEPA filters that you see advertised. So without all those expensive filters, without the hassle of replacing them, without the degradation of quality that you get with the filter getting worse over time, these collection rods do that even better than a HEPA filter. So whether it's smoke, even viruses floating through the air, dust, pollen, all those things are collected on these collection rods. Another thing you're really going to like about the Ionic Breeze is it doesn't use much energy. It uses about as much energy, even less, than a child's nightlight. Those are like, what, 15 watts? This uses 10 watts, about the same as that little nightlight in your child's room. Compare that with those other units. You know, they use about 300 watts of electricity. That's about 30 times as much power to run as Ionic Breeze takes. So what that means is you can run this 24 hours a day for just pennies. Those others, you're going to spend tens, if not hundreds of dollars running them all year. So it's a big savings in energy to get really well-filtered, clean air circulating throughout your room 3 times every hour in the average size room. That's an amazing advance. It takes practically no energy because of this patented Zee Neon technology. Patented system inside the Ionic Breeze has another important advantage. That is, it actually eliminates odors. It doesn't just trap them. You know, that's what most air filtration units do. They move the air with the noisy fan, then they get it to the filter, and they try and collect that odor in some kind of charcoal filter, or they try and mask it with some like sort of sweet, sort of funny smelling smell. You've all tried those. Well, this works differently. This actually oxidizes odors. And it also oxidizes molds, mildews, viruses, germs. So it actually keeps your environment sweeter smelling and more sanitary, so you're breathing safer air, not just cleaner air. That's an important difference. It doesn't just take all those things and stick them in the filter, it actually vaporizes them. It destroys them through this patented Zee Neon process. It's always the same problem. After you have that unit for a few years, it starts making some noise because the fan blades get a little out of adjustment or something needs a little bit of lubrication. And before you know it, there's a little bit of ticking noise or a little bit of a buzz or something. Well, with the Ionic Breeze, you don't have that problem because there are no moving parts. There's nothing to ever get out of adjustment, nothing to ever lubricate, nothing to wear out. Just enjoy it. Enjoy having clean air. Enjoy having safe air, an air that smells good. The Ionic Breeze is so much better than other products on the market. You're going to appreciate the convenience of never changing a filter and cleaning those collection rods so easily. You're going to really like the way it looks in your room. You're going to be amazed how quiet it is. So please, try it for yourself. And if you're not 100% satisfied, I'll make sure you get your purchase price refunded. That's how enthusiastic I am and how confident I am that you're going to be happy.